One of the more interesting products on display here at AirVenture in the ultralight area is something called the Sound Egg. And Doug, when I first saw it, I couldn't really grasp the connection to aviation, but as soon as I saw the model with the attached screen, I was thinking simulator. Is that what you were thinking when you came to AirVenture, or was it a more general pitch?
It was more general, and we've had it out in many venues around the country at trade shows, but it is adaptable into the small simulator home model use.
All right, in a nutshell, or an eggshell, tell us the purpose and why the product was designed.
Well, the original development of the product was a small testing chamber at trade shows. We would take it to a trade show, indoor show, and we'd have vendors next to us, and we could test how headsets would work at loud noises. Wouldn't disturb the people next to us. They put a headset on, step inside the egg, and they could see how it would block out noises for fire departments or airplanes or other types of loud noises. And one day they said, you know what, why don't we try making this into a stereo chamber? So we got together and we put together some music and a couple simple speakers, and then from there it progressed into 5.1. It has 5 top speakers and it has a 10-inch subwoofer. And then somebody said, hey, you know, this would be really neat for gaming as well. So we got into it and we started doing video gaming. We were just out at E3, which is a video gaming convention, and so people use it for that. And then somebody said, you know, it'd be really neat if it had a monitor attached to it. So we've added a monitor to it. And so now you get the full effect and be inside and have your own personal TV and your own surround sound. Instead of just wearing a headset, you get the full effect of 5.1. The other model's coming up soon. We have a Lazy Boy attachment that'll pop up and cover your seat. We even have a 44-ounce cup holder, so you don't ever have to leave.
Wow. Well, I noticed sitting in it, you were playing Boston's first album, which is one of my favorite albums. I've heard it a lot of times, and it always sounds great in the car. And this reminded me of a really high-end auto sound system that's not overdriven. I mean, it was very clean and very tight, and all the sounds were coming from all the right places.
That is correct. In the 2.1 model or the iPod model, the chair would come with a 2.1 amplifier and would give this simulated of 5.1. But if you're into Dolby and you're into Blu-ray players, you can come with a 5.1 amplifier, which would allow you to have the full clarity of the separation of all the channels.
Do you get into supplying simulator interface products as well to go with these?
We can. We have a new feature, which is sort of a pedestal that you would pull up in front of you. It has a place to mount your yoke assembly and a place to attach your foot pedals. The monitor behind us actually is set up with VGA capabilities, so you can interface your computer and your computer software game right into the monitor and the chair and sit back and fly whatever you like to fly.
Doug, these are neat looking, but what if red or green doesn't match your decor?
The great thing about the egg chair being made in the United States, let's say the spouse, whoever, the person in charge of the decor of the home or a business wants a particular color, go to Home Depot, Lowe's, or Menard, pick out a color chip, send it to us, and we'll actually make that chemical color in that composition, and we'll rotationally mold it to just about any color the heart desires. And also on the interior, we have 11 choices of foam color. And if you go with a standard seat, it would be the same color as the chair. If you want a padded seat, it costs a little bit more money, but you can have all types of vinyls, leathers, or just about any other exotic animal you want to have it covered in.
Well, Doug, it's interesting. It's interesting to see people react to it when they come by. We appreciate you bringing it out.
Oh, no problem. Thank you, and check us out at soundegg.com.
Aero-TV is brought to you by
Integra Release 9 sets a new standard with the easiest to use pilot interface in all of general aviation. Access to any of Release 9's powerful capabilities is as simple as pressing the desired bidirectional page key. Pressing the same key in a desired direction navigates through the clearly labeled tabs with no more guessing as to what a given pilot input would do. Avidyne's Integra Release 9 is the next generation in fully integrated flight deck technology, and the easiest to use page and tab user interface is just one of the many benefits designed to make your flying easier and safer.